Hi everyone, this is Lily. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a video for you about my recent Kohl's beauty haul. So let's go ahead and get started. So I went to Kohl's a couple of weeks ago during a beauty sale that they had, and I picked up a few things and only spent a little under $30. So I thought it was a really great deal and I wanted to share these products with you guys. So the first product that I picked up was the e.l.f. HD powder in soft luminance. So this was going for $6, which I think is pretty cheap to begin with. But with the discount that I had, I was able to get it for only $5.10. So I'll show you what it looks like. The packaging is pretty nice. It comes with this little puff applicator, which I like because it kind of reminds me of the ones that come with the cushion compact that have like this little insert for your fingers. So that's really useful. So I haven't used that yet. I'm trying to decide what I want to use that part for. And then this is what the powder looks like. So it comes in this little jar. And when you open it, it has a little filter on top. So you can turn it and then it'll open up the whole side so that the holes allow the product to sprinkle out. And then what you do is you just sprinkle the product into the lid. And then you can either use that puff applicator or you can use a brush to apply it. I've been using a flat top brush so far and I really like how it applies. I like that I don't feel like I'm wasting any of the product because it all ends up either in here or in here. So I think it's very efficient. I also really like the color or the shade of this. This one was called Soft Luminance. I know this was the only choice that they had at my local Kohl's, but I think online they have other shades. But I'm pretty happy with the color of this one because it's subtle, but it has like a slight shimmer to it. And I took some photos of myself wearing it just to see if it would have like that white cast that some of the other HD powders do, or the flashback effect, which I don't really like. And it didn't have that effect. So I was really surprised and happy about that. So I think for, a $5 value, this is excellent. I think there's a lot of powder in here and I think it'll go a long way. What I've been using it for so far is as a setting powder for some of the BB creams or cushion compacts that I've been testing out. And I find that it actually does the job that I was looking for. If you guys saw my previous video about the Missha cushion compact, I was saying how I don't like how sometimes when I apply the product, it just kind of stays moist and doesn't really set in even after a few hours. So with this powder, and probably any setting powder, it kind of just sets it in place so that it doesn't move around throughout the day, especially when I'm eating or doing something where I can smear it by accident. So I'm happy that for something so cheap it was able to do the job. And since this is my first time trying a setting powder, I didn't want to spend too much money, but maybe in the future I'll upgrade. But for now, the $5 solution is great. So the next product I picked up was the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. So this is similar to the one that I just showed you, except this one doesn't have that loose powder in it, and it also doesn't have that soft luminance color shade to it. So this is for the same price though. It went for $6 and I got it for $5.10. I just wasn't sure what I was going to like, so I bought both. So this is the packaging for this one. It's very simple. It's actually just a flat compact. It doesn't have that loose powder, like I said. So the way to open this is just to flip it open. And I've been using, I guess, like a powder brush for it, but I find that it gets really messy, as you can see already, around the edges with that brush that I've been using, and I and I don't have a lid to distribute the product into like I did with the other loose powder from e.l.f. So what I might do is start to use that other puff that came with the other e.l.f. powder for this and see if that works, because there is a little drawer or compartment underneath that came with it where you could put a sponge or some kind of applicator there. But it's odd to me that it didn't come with the applicator, unless the applicator was supposed to be in there and it was missing, but that would be really weird because this was sold to me as brand new. But the instructions say to buff all over the face with a blending or powder brush using circular motions. So I don't think it was supposed to come with the applicator sponge or anything, but I think that for this type of product, that might be more useful. And since it can just fit right here, I'll probably end up doing that. So I have this one on right now over one of the other Dr. Jart BB creams that I'm testing out. And it does do the job of not having the BB cream move around, and it sets it just fine. I personally prefer the shade of the other one a little bit better, of the Soft Luminance loose powder one, only because I like a little bit more color. I feel like this one is a little bit pale. I mean, I know it's supposed to be neutral, and I did take photos to make sure that didn't have the white cast or the flashback effect with the flash, which it did not, so that's great. But I still prefer the Soft Luminance better in general, not only for the way that it applies, but also just for the effect of it. I feel like this somehow has kind of just like a plain white type of effect. I'm not really sure. I'm going to continue to use it since I have it. What I've been doing right now, since I have both, is that I've been using the other Soft Luminance one when I use my Missha Cushion Compact Foundation, and then I've been using this one when I use my other Dr. Jart BB cream, so that I know that I'm not like cross-contaminating any of them, even though I don't think it matters, but it just makes me feel better that I'm using it for two different ones. So I'm going to continue doing that and see how I feel about it. But for now, I think $5 well spent in general for both of these. So the next product that I stocked up on was something that I've tried already in the past, and these are just little things that I picked up. These are the e.l.f. Concealer brushes. So they just come in a pack like this, and they go for $1 each. I've been using these for years. I got them for just 85 cents with the discount that I had. So what I use these for is to apply my eyeliner. So I think I told you guys in another video, I use the MAC Black Track liquid liner that comes in a little pot. And I have really small eyes with no creases, like I have a monolid. So I find that I need to use a really tiny brush like this to apply my eyeliner, and it's really effective. These are the cheapest ones I've found before that for the size that I need, so I've just been buying them for years, and then I usually just wash them with some baby shampoo every time I use them. I can never reuse them again because once I put the eyeliner on it, it dries up the entire brush and it just turns into like a hard triangle basically. So I have to keep a lot of these around if I need to wear my eyeliner often, which I don't, but it just helps not to have to wash so many brushes at once that I can stock up on these. So I stocked up on those. And then the last thing that I got in this Kohl's haul was a new BB cream that I've been eyeing for a while that they've had. I don't know if you guys can see it so well in this light. This is the G9 Skin White in Creamy Cushion Compact. So it does have BB cream in it, but it's actually a cushion compact. This was the only shade that they had available, and it has SPF 50 plus in it. I have not tried it out yet, but I will show you guys the packaging. And just to note, it usually goes for $19, and I was able to get it for $16.15. And that was also cheaper than what it's going for on Amazon right now. So I was excited about that. I've never tried this brand before, but I noticed that Kohl's has a few of these products in their stores, so I thought I would try it out. So the packaging looks like this. It's really cute. You know, this is a cushion compact, so this is pretty much what I expected it to look like in terms of the size and the depth of it. So to open it, you just pop that open and you can see there's the sponge or puff applicator that has your finger insert there, and then I have not used it yet. And then once you open the compact, there is the product, which is sealed, which is great, so it'll stay fresh. And once I start using it, I will peel that off and I'll let you guys know how I like it. But I was really happy that I was able to pick that up, and I'm excited to try it. So that is the cushion compact. And then that was all I got from Kohl's, but I wanted to follow up with you guys about something I talked about in my last video, which was the Missha cushion compact that I've been testing out. So I've been testing it out for about a month now, but I don't wear it every day. I honestly don't put makeup on every day. So I've only used it maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. But what I started to notice the last time I used it this past weekend was that I was starting to break out a little bit. So I figured that it must be because of the sponge applicator that was sitting in here and not ever getting cleaned. So then I realized, you know what, it might be a good idea to look into cleaning the sponge. So I did that over this weekend, and I'm honestly not sure if it was efficient or not. I'd love to hear feedback from you guys about how you clean your cushion compact sponges or puffs and how often you do it and what the best methods are. What I did was I used my usual baby shampoo that I use for my makeup brushes, and I scrubbed this, and I thought that it was coming out, which was like I could see the product coming out in the water. But then what I noticed was that every time I would squeeze the sponge out, more of the BB cream or foundation was trapped underneath, and it also caused that to seep through to the other side of the applicator, which I hate because this thing was like pure white before and beautifully clean and everything. So even though I felt like I gave it a good scrub, I'm not convinced that there isn't still product trapped under there and that this is fully clean, and I'm a little hesitant to use it again with this applicator. I'd like to hear from you guys to see what you think is the best method of cleaning these or how often you change them out. I did notice that they sell the refills for these online on Amazon, and I've also heard that you can pick them up at Daiso stores, but I'm not sure if it's the US Daiso stores or just the ones in Japan. I am going to be going to a Daiso store in the next few months, so I'm going to check that out and see if I can find any. But I'd love to hear your guys' feedback in general about cleaning these. The other thing that I did was yesterday, I also cleaned this little base where the sponge sits because I saw like, it wasn't like colored residue or anything, but I just saw like a little moisture there that had built up, and I figured that couldn't be a bad idea to clean either. So I just took like a alcohol prep pad and just wiped that area. So I'm hesitant to use this again, even though it looks perfectly clean now, at least on the blue side, which touches my face. And this side does not look clean to me, but I feel like I've cleaned it as much as I could. I am going to try to use it one more time and see if I break out or not. I know that sounds terrible to even let myself break out, but I just want to see what happens. And if it's efficient, then I'll just keep cleaning it that way until I finish using this. If not, if I do break out, what I'm going to do is I have some other compact sponges that are not this special kind that comes with these, but they're just generic ones. I'll probably just use those moving forward and then throw them away after like every use, just to avoid breaking out. But I feel like it's also wasteful to do that, to waste the product. But anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback about that. That is all I wanted to share with you today. Please don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any feedback. Also, if you would like to follow my videos moving forward, please subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, you can also click and give it a thumbs up. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.